glad I put away my snow stuff yesterday.
Hello, it's Danny from A Life Outside podcast. After I left Walker Lake on my trip south last winter, I kept encountering snow, like the first real snow of my trip. So I drove most of the day, and when it was time to stop, I found this really cool BLM land just outside of Death Valley and right next to California. I was excited to get to see another part of the area and to look up over that mountain and to know that that would lead me into Death Valley. The snow stopped and the sunset was really nice. I was just kind of happy to be stopped for the day and be close to maybe some warmth. The next morning seemed like it was looking up. The weather was clear, the sky was blue, and I was ready to get out there. So I'm just north of Death Valley. California's over that way. Death Valley. I mean, not just, but close. Couldn't walk. I wouldn't walk. There's snow in the mountains, and there's going to be snow down here in the next day or so. And I knew that none of the places I had thought of stopping would work out because of the snow, and I just don't want to be in the snow, and I have too many glass containers in here. I don't want to have any more burst. So I just kept saying, if only I could just sleep in a yucca field. And so I got to last night. I found a spot. Yeah, I still have to push on because I also thought I'd be around the end of the week is going to be snowing. So I'm going to get some writing done today, this morning. I think I'm going to go into Death Valley for a few days and then go to Valley of Fire or somewhere with service for when I record my podcast. I can't believe I'm right next to Death Valley, just like that. Just like 10 days later. So I'm about 10 miles east of Death Valley National Park. With the Scotty's Junction part, which that you can't get in that way because the road's washed out and they haven't fixed it yet. But there's nobody out here, and I thought this was a salt flat. Well, it's a playa, I suppose. Ooh, it's slippery. But there's snow on it. Feels so stupid about thinking snow was an anomaly in Death Valley. And technically you could drive on this playa. I can see that there's signs of it because it's not, there's a campsite up here. Because it's not preserved. It's not part of the national park. It's probably BLM land. This is nice. God. I'm determined to get to the edge of this thing. It's not as big as I thought. Unless this distance is super deceptive, but I don't think it is. Nevada, California, Death Valley, Nevada. There was a sign that said it was a felony to go any further, so I turned around and went back into Nevada. In the desert, especially in the winter, as soon as the sun starts to set, it gets super windy and cold. So it's super windy and cold out right now. Wow. It doesn't seem like it, but it is. So I'm watching the sunset from inside right now. So one of the funniest things about this life, or just being in this existence, in this home that I have here that I love, that allows me to travel and see so many wonderful things and just get to live the life I want to live in a lot of ways, is that you just get to doing things, normal things. Like I was just working and I forgot about where I was. And even though it's really cold, after I was done working, I stopped. I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm on this playa right outside of Death Valley, and there's a big moon right above me, and it's beautiful. Again, even though it's cold. It's just, I mean, that's a big part of why. It's so much easier, I guess, at least for me, to have gotten caught up if I were in a home, to just forget, or to, now I'm getting silly, to shut off about what really could be out there and potential, and you get boxed up. Hey, this is a beautiful life and I'm really enjoying it, and I hope that it continues. As promised by my weather apps, the snow was still around and there was more coming, so I knew that I needed to move on. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time, or outside.